The auctioneer's voice echoed. It filled the room with anticipation. A legendary artifact, he proclaimed, a paintbrush said to bring imagination to life. He held aloft a simple wooden brush. It looked ordinary, unassuming, yet the air crackled with unseen energy. This was no ordinary auction. This was a dance with destiny. The crowd leaned forward, captivated. Whispers rippled through the room. Mysteries clung to the brush. Tales whispered through time. They spoke of dreams made real, of nightmares unleashed. This brush, they said, held the power of creation itself. But at what cost?
Mark and Sarah strolled hand in hand. They were in Rome, a city steeped in history and romance. The aroma of fresh pastries filled the air. Laughter echoed from a nearby fountain. Their love was a tangible thing, as bright as the Italian sun.
They stumbled upon a peculiar shop. Its sign, barely hanging, creaked in the breeze. Intrigued, they stepped inside. The air was thick with the smell of old wood and paint. Strange and wonderful objects lined the shelves. It was an emporium of forgotten dreams.
Their eyes fell upon it instantly. A paintbrush, resting on a dusty velvet cushion. Beside it, a canvas gleamed. They felt an inexplicable pull. It was as if the brush itself called to them. They had to have it.
They bought the brush and canvas, their excitement bubbling over. Back at their charming hotel, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, they decided to try it out. Mark dipped the brush in the paint and began to paint. A single red rose bloomed on the canvas, and then it moved.
As the days passed, their love for each other and for the brush deepened. They painted scenes of breathtaking beauty, bringing them to life with a stroke of the brush. But a shadow began to creep into their paradise. Mark, usually so self-assured, became plagued by insecurity.
He saw the way Sarah looked at the brush, the way her eyes lit up with each creation. It was the same look she used to reserve for him. His heart twisted with jealousy. He loved her, but fear whispered its insidious poison in his ear. What if she loved the brush more?
One evening, consumed by a jealous rage, I seized the brush. I dipped it in a pot of stormy gray paint. With a furious stroke, I slashed at the canvas. The air crackled, thunder boomed. What began as a jealous tantrum quickly spiraled out of control. The storm on the canvas erupted into reality. The windows rattled. The room plunged into darkness. The wind howled like a banshee. I watched in horror as my jealousy had conjured a tempest, a physical manifestation of my inner turmoil. I had unleashed a force I couldn't control.
Sarah, ever the voice of reason, knew they had to act fast. The situation was spiraling out of control, and every second counted. She could see the turmoil in Mark's eyes, a storm of emotions that mirrored the chaos outside. The storm raged, fueled by Mark's jealousy. It was as if the heavens themselves were reflecting his inner conflict. Each lightning strike a flash of his anger, each thunderclap a roar of his frustration. It threatened to consume them both, pulling them into a vortex of despair. The wind howled, and the rain lashed against the windows, a relentless reminder of the storm within. She grabbed his hand, her touch a jolt of grounding energy. It was a silent promise, a vow to weather the storm together. Her grip was firm, yet gentle, a lifeline in the midst of chaos. "We have to fix this, together," she said, her voice firm yet soothing. Her words were a balm to his troubled soul, a beacon of hope in the darkness. She knew that only by working together could they overcome the tempest that threatened to tear them apart. She dipped the brush into the remaining paint, her movements deliberate and precise. The paint was their last hope, a tool to transform their reality. It shimmered with an otherworldly glow, reflecting the last rays of the setting sun. The light danced on the surface, creating a mesmerizing effect that seemed almost magical. With a deep breath, she began to paint atop the storm, her strokes infused with the power of their love. Each stroke was a testament to their resilience, a declaration that they would not be defeated by the storm. A rainbow arched across the canvas, a beacon of hope against the raging storm. It was a symbol of their triumph, a promise of brighter days ahead. The storm began to subside, the clouds parting to reveal a sky filled with possibility.
As Sarah painted, the storm outside began to subside. The wind, moments ago a furious roar, softened to a gentle breeze. The thunder died down to a distant rumble. Light returned, dappling the room in a warm glow. Love, it seemed, was indeed the most powerful magic of all.
Mark watched in awe and shame. He saw the depths of Sarah's love, her unwavering belief in him, even at his worst. He realized the folly of his jealousy. He vowed to never doubt her again. The storm within him subsided, replaced by a renewed appreciation for the woman he loved.
Section 8. The Price of Magic. We return to the auction house. The air crackles with anticipation. The auctioneer's gavel hangs frozen in midair. This brush, he warns, his voice low and grave, is not a toy. It is a conduit, a bridge between imagination and reality. It can create, yes, but it can also destroy. He pauses, his gaze sweeping over the eager faces. His eyes seem to hold ancient secrets, the echoes of countless tales. He knows the power of the object he wields. He knows the havoc it can wreak in the wrong hands. He has seen it all before. Section 9. A fair warning. The brush, he continues, his voice dropping to a whisper, is a mirror to the soul. It reflects the deepest corners of one's being, revealing truths that are often hidden from the world. It amplifies what lies within, magnifying the essence of the artist's spirit. Good or bad, love or hate, every stroke of the brush tells a story, a narrative of emotions and intentions. It is a tool, but the hand that wields it determines its purpose. The brush can create beauty or chaos, serenity or turmoil. He looks at each bidder, his gaze piercing through the crowd, searching for those who truly understand the gravity of what they are about to possess. "Are you willing to pay the price?" he asks, his voice echoing in the silent room. A hush falls over the crowd. The air is thick with anticipation and uncertainty. The weight of his words hangs heavy in the air. Each person in the room feels the pressure, the enormity of the decision they are about to make. The bidders, once eager, now hesitate. The reality of the situation begins to sink in. Some lower their gaze, their dreams of grandeur eclipsed by the sudden realization of the risks involved. They ponder the consequences, the potential downfall. Others, their faces hardened with determination, hold their ground. They are resolute, driven by a desire that outweighs their fear. They are undeterred, willing to take the risk for a chance to possess such power. The allure of the brush, the promise of what it can reveal and create, is too strong to resist. They raise their paddles, ready to bid, ready to embrace the unknown. Section 10, the gavel falls. The tension is palpable. Then from the back of the room a bid, the spell is broken. A frenzy of bids ensues, each higher than the last. The gavel falls with a resounding crack. The enchanted brush has a new owner. But the auctioneer isn't finished. "Remember," he cautions, his voice echoing through the now silent room, "magic always comes with a price. Use this power wisely." His words hang in the air, a final warning, a reminder that even the most beautiful creations can have unintended consequences. Section 11. The Enchanted Legacy. This chapter delves into the mysterious and captivating tale of an enchanted brush, a relic that has passed through countless hands over the centuries. The enchanted brush disappears into the night with its new owner, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Each new possessor is drawn to its allure, unaware of the profound impact it will have on their lives. Its legend lives on, whispered in hushed tones among those who dare to believe in its power. The brush's history is filled with tales of both wonder and woe, shared in secret by those who have felt its magic. It is a tale of love and loss, of creation and destruction, where the brush has been both a tool of inspiration and a catalyst for heartbreak. Artists have poured their souls into their work only to find themselves consumed by the very magic they sought to harness. This enchanted brush serves as a reminder that the greatest magic lies not in objects of power but within ourselves. It is a symbol of the human spirit's boundless creativity and the endless possibilities that lie within each of us. The brush, a silent observer, waits patiently for its next chapter to begin. It has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth of masterpieces, and the quiet moments of reflection that define the human experience. It is a timeless instrument, a catalyst for dreams, a harbinger of change. Under the vast expanse of the night sky, it holds the promise of new beginnings and the potential to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. The story of the enchanted brush, it seems, is far from over. Each stroke of the brush adds a new layer to its rich tapestry, weaving together the hopes and dreams of those who dare to wield it. It is a story that will continue to be written, one brushstroke at a time. As long as there are those who believe in its magic, the legacy of the enchanted brush will endure, inspiring generations to come.